So this is a different type of video, not like anything I've done before. There's nothing technical going on here, and I'm not going to talk about the fish themselves or taking care of them. I just want to remind everyone that this hobby should be for yourself and for your family's enjoyment, Have fun in this hobby and don't get discouraged if guests in your home don't seem as if they appreciate your tanks. Now, the reason I thought of this is because I've had a number of guests at my house who sort of ruin the mood when I show them my aquarium. I had one guy talk about, he said something like, "Oh, why do you keep these fish in a closed container?" His point was it's wrong to keep them in there and this and that, as if I just went to the nearest lake and filled up a bucket full of fish and brought them home. I mean, he had no clue that these fish are from a tropical fish store and they're already in the aquarium hobby. I didn't, hook, line, and sink and catch them. And besides, we take great care of our fish, at least responsible, fish keepers do. Feed them well, have good filtration, and just give them a good life. My fish kind of live like kings, and some of them even breed. So, he kind of went in a direction that I didn't really appreciate. And then you got the people who constantly quiz you on how much the price is of your aquariums and equipment and how much time you have to spend maintaining them. And people like that, I feel they're trying to make a point that this isn't worthwhile, which I also think is kind of rude. And it's not the subject I want to talk about when there's a half dozen people in the room. Do you know what I mean? And then I had one guy, this schmuck, over my house that he just tried to get the exact numbers from me in terms of the cost of everything I had. And then, once I told him, he went off and he listed a bunch of other things I could have bought for that much money. And I don't know, why would anyone think I'd want to have a conversation like that, Let's say that you have a $30,000 painting in your home. I'd probably tell you that I liked it, even if I didn't. I can tell you for sure the last thing I would say is $30,000, for that much you could have remodeled your kitchen and bathrooms or something to that effect, In my opinion, that's just rude behavior, Generally, whenever I have guests coming over, I usually do a water change the day before, wipe both sides of the glass, and turn the tank LED lights on so it's presentable. And a lot of my friends and family love to watch my tanks, and they'll even pull up a chair and ask me all kinds of delightful questions. And that's cool, fine and dandy, and that's the way it should be. But sadly, a lot of people out there will never compliment you. A compliment is like cash out of their pocket. And of course, some people think it elevates you, and then they don't feel as if they're up to par. People like that, I'm sorry to say, are either jealous or who knows, maybe they were always interested in fish tanks, but they're too lazy to actually learn about the hobby and start their own projects. So the point is, just remember this hobby is for you and your family. Enjoy watching the fish grow up. You want to go to this tropical fish store and find those stunning African peacock cichlids and watch them color up, take care of them, maybe have them breed and raise fry. You want to enjoy rescaping your tank, the ornaments and rocks, or perhaps putting plants in your tank and have fun watching your fish. And some fish will interact with you a bit as well. I have some fish that let me pet them and they don't get scared or swim away. In fact, I think that those fish have actually figured out that I'm on their side and I would never hurt them. So, they're really wonderful and beautiful pets. So remember, this hobby is for you and you only. Don't worry about impressing people because some people will never act impressed. So just don't let it bring you down. If you have a nice tank, you've earned the right to have fun, relax, and watch and take care of your fish. That's all I got. I hope this video was worthwhile. It's something I just felt like recording. So comment below your thoughts or if you have any experiences like the ones I mentioned. Thank you.